the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because of your OCD?
He told me I needed to calm down. Yeah. But I'm perfectly calm. I'm calm all the time. And he really stresses me out. And this is a rough morning.
That's Gabby Petito speaking with Moab Police on the side of the road. She was pulled over, her and Brian. You know the story. But in that part, she's talking about what was going on at first. And you know, was she allowed in the van or was she running away? What exactly, you know, started this whole thing that resulted in folks calling 911? Well, it seems as you take a closer look at all this, Brian Laundrie may not have been 100% truthful in all of his statements that he made to police that day on the side of the road. Let me again go to the statement of facts from that notice of claim made by the attorneys and Gabby Petito's family. Brian claimed that then when they were outside the co-op, Gabby believed Brian was trying to leave her in Moab without her cell phone, so she attempted to slap him. To avoid being slapped, Brian admitted he pushed Gabby away. He admitted taking her cell phone because he said, "I don't have a phone." But later in his interview with the officers, Brian pulled his own phone from his pocket and gave the officers his number. Brian also claimed that he had been attempting to separate himself from Gabby, convincing her that they should take separate walks in downtown Moab, apparently contradicting witnesses who had seen him attempting to leave in the van without Gabby, which is what we just heard Gabby talking about. So let's take a listen now. This is from the body cam footage. Here's Brian Laundrie talking to officers.
We weren't physical before the point where I said, all right, let's just take a breather and like walk away for a minute. I'll lock the van up and I'll go for a walk this way and you can go walk that way in the block. You know, there's that what is it called, moonflower? Right, yeah. You know, nice areas. You can go either way. It's all shaded. So let's go for a little walk and breather, come back. Because we're happy with it. But she just, I'm not upset with her. She got worked up and she had a phone in her hand and her keys and everything. And she wanted, I know the keys, like her rings. She had her rings, her phone. And I was holding on to the keys because I didn't want to go anywhere. And my big fear is, I don't have my phone. I don't have a phone. So she goes off without me. With a car, I'm on my own. So I was saying, let's just go for a walk. And she was trying to get the keys for me. So I was just going, just wait, back up. And that's when she hit me. And I didn't get, I don't want to push you, but I didn't get overtly physical. I was just trying to keep her away and not get hit. And then I got really loud, and like that's probably fear of losing attention where I was going, you know, back up, get away, just give me a phone.
Okay, so you said you pushed her to create some distance, obviously, right? What happened after that? What got the scratches on your eye?
The phone.
The phone?
See that little nervous smile, and it was at the moment where he said, "Yeah, and I don't have my phone." Well, let me show you some video. Same body cam. Take a look at the video. Oh, look what I found. My cell phone. How about that? Still with us tonight, Brian Stewart, Stephen Jensen. They are the attorneys for the Petito family filing that notice of claim to sue the Moab Police Department. Okay, so is part of your allegation that police on the side of the road not picking up on Brian Laundrie's potential lies on the side of the road and sort of taking him at his word?
Yes. Brian was an abuser and a liar, and those lies that morning were part of the evidence that the Moab Police Department didn't investigate properly and weren't properly trained to recognize. And so that is absolutely part of what the claim is about. We'll know more as evidence comes out, but that's part of what the full evidence that a jury will see and will determine the nature of the negligence of the police's investigation.
You know, the other thing that really struck me at the time, and still I'm thinking about tonight, is if you're investigating domestic violence and you have an abuser and a victim at the scene together, sometimes it's difficult to get the victim to be very forthcoming and comfortable in telling the whole story of what happened. That's the nature of domestic violence. I remember as a prosecutor, you know, there would be the charges, and then it's the day to come to court. And guess what? The victim and the abuser show up together because there's some reconciliation, or the abuser still has sort of control over the victim. That's why, to me, that's the part that really struck me, that they weren't prepared for that for some reason. They didn't understand that at the scene, that if she was the victim, she's not going to be standing on the side of the road saying, yeah, he's going after me.
Well, we agree and believe if they had done a full investigation, you know, it would have become more clear to them who the aggressor truly was and how dangerous the situation was for Gabby.
So before you leave tonight, I just wanted to ask you about the family, and I know every day is difficult, but how are they holding up, and how would you describe where they are emotionally and in their lives, and an ability to, you know, live the next day?
Well, we can't say enough good things about Gabby's family and the resilience that they've showed and the determination that they've showed to soldier on and to use Gabby's tragedy as a positive in the lives of others. They are absolutely committed to effecting change and helping others know that there are resources out there and that there are people who care, who will listen to them if they will reach out and try to get out of dangerous relationships that they're in. Gabby's mother told us this week that they have heard from many people over the course of this past year who have said that Gabby's story inspired them to ask for help or to leave an abuser, and they feel that although this is difficult, that they owe it to Gabby and that it's their responsibility to continue to spread that word and to give support to victims of domestic violence.
Well, I know they're in very good hands with both of you and the other attorneys representing them. Please express our best to them and know that we're thinking about them. And also let them know if there's a time when they want to come on and talk because there's something that they need to let the world know about, that they're always welcome here. There'll always be space for their family on this program.
Well, thank you. I know they would want to pass on the message. If you are a victim of domestic violence, you know, contact the Utah Domestic Violence Link line at 1-800-897-LINK-5465 as an additional resource to those who are experiencing domestic violence.
All right, Brian Stewart, Stephen Jensen, thank you both so much. Appreciate your time. I know you're busy. I know your time is valuable. And we thank you again for sharing all that with us.